Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever in competitive Age of Empires 4, it is my pleasure and privilege to welcome you all to Pigeons Valley. That's right, one and all, welcome back to the Age of Empires 4 action. We are here in the finals of the first ever midweek muster, which of course is officially hosted by my channel. 30 weeks of Age of Empires 4 action, and this grand finals, this first of 30, has already delivered. Game 2, an epic epilogue, a tale to tell across 2024. What could we be seeing with a brand new map? Louis MT of Team Elephant takes to the fields in the pink as the Ayyubids. Wham! The cousin Civ on the other side. It's a Middle Eastern battle in some lush green territories here as he whips out the Abbasids in the blue. So, Pigeons Valley, a new map to introduce, a new map to talk about, because people have already yabbered on about this for the 2v2 tournament coming at the end of the year, but Pigeons Valley functions very differently in 1v1s, folks. In 2v2s, you spawn on the outskirt islands. In 1v1s, you are center-bound here, hunkered down on an island, protected by bridges that can be used against you or for you. A fat woodline ahead of you to protect you against a rush down the center, and fat stone outcroppings to prevent you from sneaking around what this map was designed to be. That, guys, you can gather from this. Beastie tried to flash it on stream that you can, but I don't think you'll be engaging in that strategy in any competitive matches. It's 2,400 stone, take an insanely long time. But man, we need a mental reset after that second game. That one most definitely is going up the channel. And guys, if you're watching this after you're done with this one later on, go watch that after the finals are finished, because your mind will be blown. And yes, to confirm for people, Core, you can confirm Tune, but I think the cutoff point may have already passed. He can confirm for you. We did say about this, signups are available 3 weeks in advance maximum. And what I mean by that is that we put KPM 1, 2, 3, and 4 available to sign up to. So I have been imploring players throughout the week, reminding them you need to go and sign up for these ahead of time so that we can get the rosters locked, because we are starting number 2 tomorrow. There you go. Tume's already said 5 and 6 is coming tomorrow. So reminder to pros in chat, if you watch this later, whatever, every time check Start GG. There should be between 3 and 4 of the midweek musters available at any given time for you to sign up to. You want to sign up to all of them, otherwise you might miss out. So, Wham, coming in with the Eco Wing here. No, wow. Oh, gee, I've never seen this before. What an innovative and... okay, I'm trying not to be salty, but this landmark has just gotten absurd, folks. Let's be totally real. The Eco Wing is just too good. The Fertile Crescent, incredible. And we are on a map that can be seen as a bit of a macro map, right? Like, there is potential to starve your opponent on the home island. The crazy thing is, some civs kind of contradict the concept of starvation on this map, and Abbasids are one of them because they starve their people already, right? Fresh food stuffs means you don't need much food to scale into TCs. On top of that, you can get to farms so efficiently with the Fertile Crescent play. So, to a certain degree, Wham could exist on this island for quite a while. Obviously, gold will eventually become an impactful factor, though. So what's the Ayyubid plan here? I imagine we've got Growth Wing. Yeah. So Louis MT is probably going for a fast castle play. One thing to note about the way this map spawns, you'll never have a relic on your starting island. So you always have to play out onto the map. And once you have that kind of advantage, you can fight back a bit. One thing that is scary is I don't think you can let Wham just boom for free. So I wouldn't be surprised if Louis tries something like a wall-in the mid-game, just to trap him on here, right? Like, you can build docks, build a bow, cover this. And another reminder, folks, these do die. They only got 500 HP, so you can actually kill them. Abbasid's much better on this map. Yeah, I would agree, which is why I'm kind of curious as what Louis' plan was. Like, he did have French, right? And I think French probably would have handled this better from an eco-scaling point than Ayyubids. So when you pick Ayyubids, traditionally they are a timing civ. They have something specific in mind, and it's honed around a 8, 12, 14, 16-minute timing, right? So the strategy should start to paint itself. I think we're just going to be getting a standard fast castle build. I'm just not entirely sure that's enough to break Abbasids. Get those votes in, guys. Come on. I see predictions much lower than the last game. Everyone's stroking their chin, not sure what to expect here. Another thing about this map, by the way, this was perceived, or conceived rather, different things. Yeah, looking and conceiving are very different things, guys. Be mindful of that. Different roles to play in the bedroom. Because this map was originally conceived with the idea of, I didn't like that Hidden Valley sucked. And I thought, what could we do to change Hidden Valley? And I wanted to have bridges that went over the top of the valley, but that wasn't possible because of limitations. You can only place bridges on rivers, right? And rivers can only be made by a start and end point at the edges of the map. These are limitations on the map configuration tools. So this was kind of like a hybridized idea to evolve it. You basically have these central passes. So if you imagine, you can now see it when I describe it that way, like Hidden Valley would have had this situation where you have to go right or left. The idea with this map was to kind of evolve that concept and give options. So you come out, and it's almost like you're doing an RPG adventure. You're making yes/no choices on the way, right? You come down here, and you can go either right or straight. And you come down here and go across, right? So the whole idea of this is it stops these awkward situations where someone commits down one side, and you just have to either react, or you have an advantage in movement speed and just dive the other side. If a player was sponsored by a Monster Energy drink, would they allow them to compete in a Red Bull tournament? I mean, I'm pretty sure an energy drink company sponsors General Mates, so that should answer your question. That's always been a weird element within esports that I'm kind of flabbergasted by, is obviously teams need to make revenue, but teams can actually have contradictive sponsors to what a tournament has. And I'm surprised that is actually allowed. But I think traditional sports already set that in motion, if I'm not mistaken. And we do have the wall coming up because it looks like there has been a dot commitment from Wham. Oh, wow. And yeah, he's worried about Rush. Understandably so. So walls are going to be up on the east side. Oh, nice blocker, though. So Louis, this is a bit of a panic. The archer ship is already coming. And he needs to block this play because, look, the deer, the berries, they're all in range. I mean, he needs his own dock, surely. He's shuffling to the west side. In theory, he could do similar here on the berries. The problem is the deer is on the south side for Wham. So his spawn was split. This is like double-edged swords, right? Have both your food together can be good. But in this situation, it could prove catastrophic. And yes, you can blockade someone in their base with ships. There is a play back where you can essentially set up a dock here. It should be very difficult to starve someone on the island fully. And even if you did, they can eventually chop their way out. We're probably going to look to rebalance this map because with the changes to siege, the ability to fight back sea with land siege is a bit different now. And we do have the dot play coming from Louis. Second TC is already up in the tree line. Wham is pretty content here. He hasn't even exhausted 1,000 gold, so I'm a little bit confused as to what Louis' goal is with this dock fully. He can keep him from the west side, sure. That's about it. Camelot is now on the way. Oh, Timmy, you got left behind. Oh, buddy. Oh, pal. He's going to try to build the gate again. Wait, what? What just happened? I'm so confused right now. I don't think that was intentional. Did he just one-hit the scaffolding there? Oh, my God. He cancelled the wrong segment. Well, luckily for Louis, he had the horseman coming. That was enough to scare Wham away. Tech up is on the way, by the way, and he did go for the logistics wing. So this is quite funny, guys, in the core concept of this game because of his opponent. Wham and Puppy Paw have been using the Dervish logistics wing more than any other player in 2024. So Louis is about to give a taste of the own medicine here. However, it's going to be very difficult to sneak out. Because one sucky thing about what Wham has done to him, look at the spawn, and just process where all the relics are. All the relics are on the south side. The archer ship will see you coming. It might even be capable of killing a dervish. So he's going to have to go all the way around. And we have an outpost rush. Wait, really? This was all about the transport ship. Unfortunately, there's a Camel Archer there. And a dot coming in. Oh, man. I feel like Louis is almost looking for cheesy resolutions to his problem here. And now, after all is said and done, he's just going to have to fall back to the good old TC bin. So dervishes are on the way. Remember, there's only one relic here, one sacred site. You're going to have to shuffle around. And also, you're probably going to want to capture the sacred sites to be efficient about your gold intake. But doing so will reveal what you're doing. In fact, the scout might do that anyway. Wow, now on the way up as well, military wing, and I really need to emphasize this to people. Camel Riders counter everything good the Ayubids do in Castle Age. Right? You're not going to really do Golems against your Abbasid cousin. They can do that unit. You can do a similar unit comp better, right? So you want to go into Lancers, Desert Raiders, these unique units. Camel Riders will dunk on them pretty hard, guys. So this is going to force an awkward transition. Louis probably going to have to hunker down. He's already stockpiling resources. Could we be seeing a fast Imperial with Desert Raider? I think we might. Looks like Louis was able to sneak back into the center of the map. He does get a dock down here. Dervishes are pulling the relics. So, I mean, credit to him. He's making this work. Keep in mind as well, after he returns the first relic, he can run across the bridge now because the boat's coming back. This game isn't over yet, folks. This is wild. I mean, I thought he was going to DC, but it looks like Louis maybe just gave up on that idea. And I think we are indeed getting a fast Imperial Ayyubid build in 1v1. We've seen these builds and how good they are in team games. In 1v1s, they should be obnoxiously hard to pull off. Meanwhile, we do have demo ships coming up. It's a little bit of exchange on the west side. Remember, you don't want to be stuck on your home island here. This is crazy. And I'm adamant that it has to be reinforcement wing, right? I don't think you go for the Bazaar. In theory, it can work here, but you'll just get a lot more value out of the Desert Raiders. This is crazy. You know what I said about like Camel Riders should win, Camel Archers should win? This is the exception to the rule. Desert Raiders scale really well when you get veterancy into Imperial Tech. He hasn't got the first layer yet, but I think he's going to tick that in as soon as he begins the tech up. Because remember, the tech up takes 2 minutes. Upgrade only takes 1 minute. So this is the efficient route to do this. Here we go. You know, the crazy thing is, this wing was done when this Civ first came out, because people weren't sure what to do in Imperial Age. They didn't rate it early on. And it didn't really look that great, because I don't think people really figured out how to truly utilize Desert Raiders yet. But now it's returned to the fold, and it has been looking damn strong every time I've seen it. So we've got a third TC coming in, so Wham is extending. He's not too far off going for an in-play himself here. Walls are up, though, and it is boats at the end of the day, right? So we're very close to the stranglehold here. He needs to get a dock up, and he needs to be faster than this. I don't think he's using the appropriate urgency here. The archer ship's going to buy a little bit of time. But this is very risky. Wham could have been diving across here. Does he have man the sails? He does. He's not using it yet. Dock isn't up just yet. Walls were coming in. I think that was just at home to let him know it's on the way. The dock, though, Wham's not reacting right now. And the Dervish is yoinking the other relic. So we've got 5 relics to compensate. And it looks like Wham is going to archers. Against Desert Raiders makes a lot of sense, right? Demo ships are now on the way. Backland not quite injured enough to just insta-die. And Camel Archers are going to deny the 5th relic here. So it's only 4 for Louis. That's still a very strong position to find himself in. And Wham's like, if you're going to deliver it to me, don't mind if I do. Yeah, there's your confirmation. So it is going to be almost exactly on 14 minutes Imperial Age. I mean, he could go for the big ships, but Zebex don't just win you the game by default, folks, remember. Demo ships do still counter that play. So you need to be a little bit careful about this. Credit to him on this side, though. I think Louis maybe just got away with a little bit too much on the west side. I thought we'd be seeing more pressure from a few Camel Archers here from Wham. Maybe he just kind of got unreliably comfortable with the idea of late game because he is playing Abbasids. I can understand that. But that's where this Desert Raider play could be his undoing. There it is. Zebex are on the way. Ah, this is wild. Reminder, with the nerfs to Springles, they aren't a good counter to this. Warships are actually a bit of an oversight when it comes to Season 9's balance point, because now Springles are down to 8 tower range, while Zebex have more, right? And on top of that, there is no shutter trigger range increase anymore. It now gives attack speed and range resistance. So this Zebek outranges Springles. This is genius. And I think he's got them coming on both sides. So if he backs this up with just 1 or 2 archer ships, the demo ship play isn't going to work to counter this. It's a very heavy investment, remember, 600 resources each. Archer ships have not been prepped behind this, but we do have the Golden Desert Raiders. Elite Desert Raiders are in. Even their bow damage can compete. Bad start here, Wham. He finds out the hard way what's happening. The wall-up's not working. There's still a gap. He can't complete that. And the dock is just a waste of time anyway. Zebek should be able to take that down before anything comes out. He snipes the villagers straight away. And he is pushing on both sides. Louis MT strong arming with the water mechanisms here. Wolves are not going to hold this back long. Remember, this is the siege ship. It's designed to deal with these wall shenanigans. Things that usually stop Springwood ships will not stop these bad boys. Knock, knock. Whether you like it or not, we are coming in. Wham, he's going for a gamble here. Because if that's... He might have a chance here. The Zebek isn't coming out on the west side yet. If a second one comes out, this could ruin him. The best thing Louis could do right now, guys, is delete this. He needs to destroy his own bridge to stop a raid. Desert Raiders on land, though, already making a hit. Wall's not going to work. He griefs him with a palisade. More villagers lost for Wham. And one Desert Raider will definitely hunt them down. In the meantime, the push comes in on the west side, but the Desert Raiders in position to react to this. And with Micro, with shuffling, he could easily hold this back. Don't have another Zebek yet. Louis would benefit from a quick wall right here. He actually needs a quick wall. This is going to be expensive otherwise. Or hear me out. This works too. And it is a lot quicker. This timing though, he's queued up too. Wham. He's going across. The demo's coming in! Not quite quick enough there. Bridge is still up. Desert Raiders have to pull back. Second one is going to delete this, though, so there will be no path of access here for Wham. What he's got in is all he's getting in here. And the Desert Raiders, they may just be a little bit too good here. Maybe not enough range units to defend against this. The dive's going to come in. The TC is going to be there to assist, and there's a demo waiting for a second wave. I can't believe that. A bit of a misclick there. I think Louis could have got closer with the demo and done more damage. Also a little bit slow. Villagers now being pulled back, though. Pressure's coming in both ways. It looks like we have got the static defenses to try and hold this back. The Springwood Towers. TC is going to be garrisoned, but Louis losing several villagers as he gets back in. Desert Raiders sniping this down. There's not much of an army left in the base here, so Louis has taken some eco hits. Nothing he can't recover from, but the Zebeks aren't moving right now. Desert Raiders' heart, however, diving, and he's finding the farms. What is happening in this game? I think what might be happening is Louis might be taking the lead. Clean up of the main army here. Wham has a second wave, but no easy access point anymore. The one sneak in only works once. On top of that, he's very close to the shorelines here for Zebeks. Now, the upside is he forced the Zebek home because, remember, the Springwood emplacements, really smart read by Wham, have the same range as Zebeks. And yes, it takes 2 demos to take down a bridge, but the bigger goal there, the bigger play, is you detonate on the enemy army. Desert Raiders starting back. Needs to be careful, actually, because I'm pretty sure you can kill your own... Like, Zebeks can hit the bridge, guys, I'm pretty sure. Because it's siege damage. Siege damage is how you kill these. So it is possible that, like, what Wham could have done is ran onto the bridge. The Zebek could have attacked there, and then Louis could have lost, like, 7 Desert Raiders. What are you doing? Get moving. We got work to do. We got a Louis MT win to claim here. Man, it's so frustrating, right? Because Louis has quick access while Wham has to go all the way around. I think only AoE damage and attack rounds can damage it. I'd have to confirm, but like Zebeks, I think they have a very, very small splash, if I'm not mistaken. I have seen them hit these before. It's weird. I'd have to do some thorough tests, but I've seen a Bombard hit it before. I've seen Mangoes accidentally hit it before. Like, if you have a Mango sitting here, it can accidentally hit the bridge because of the hitbox size. So, it's a bit of a clunky mechanism. I don't know if it's been fully explored yet. Like, for example, this Mango, if he was sitting on the bridge firing, some of the shots could actually hit the bridge if he's, like, here, instead of hitting something here. I've seen it before. The outcome was comedian. Not for the player doing it to himself, but looks like it's going to be stuck on an island for Wham. He doesn't have his... Can that be reached? I think he's just out of range of Zebex hitting it, but it could be a Treb follow-up from Louis. Demo's not going to be able to hit. Denial coming in on the north side as well. Only one spring on placement here, folks. Zebek is going to begin firing. He hasn't started to pump any demos either. Desert Raiders are keeping busy on land. I can't believe this. A TC is going to be built up here. So Louis, once again, with a static defense to help him. And Desert Raiders behind to annoy this. This is absolutely wild. I mean, Wham has a lot of food income, but like he has the cannon fodder, right? So a lot of food income, great, but also a lot of losses. And keep in mind, for Louis, you're having to add in, like, what? I always get the number wrong. Is it 630 extra resources per minute? Because remember, he's getting 7 Desert Raiders for free every 2 minutes. I mean, maybe if Wham could... Wham used to be a master of wood wall, guys. If we can just double wood wall, we can forget about the Zebex. It would require about an hour in this game, though. Louis moving in. He's going to clean up the army. This is ridiculous. +3 ranged armor just proving very impactful against a unit that's meant to theoretically cancel you out, but with 175 HP, it doesn't feel like it. Gets clubbed down by the ridiculously powerful 19 melee damage here. And Louis ready to go on the offensive again. West side, we have got more siege being built up by Wham. Louis is trying to contest the gold. One limitation for him is long-term gold access here, guys. But even without that, he has got relics, he has got sacred sites. A little bit surprised we haven't got a second raid down here, but with that army being wiped out, this is the crafty thing that Louis is doing. He's dividing his Desert Raiders into 2 groups and attacking wherever Wham's main army isn't. Keep in mind, Desert Raiders also kill Rams really quickly. As do Zebex. He's got cannon placement coming. Villagers. Whoa, a little bit of a misclick there. Get some repairs in. Enough, though. You need to get out of here. Wow. These cannon placements are going to shred him. A little bit of a misclick there, shuffling away to build the Rams, but he's still in range. He'll definitely be in range of the cannon emplacement. Meanwhile, Desert Raiders have hit up the farms again. They've forced a full migration back to the mainlands. And the cannon placements are now in. Desert Raiders just slapping down the forces building the Rams. He's actively stopping him from countering this outpost play. Oh my god. Is this really happening? Like, this is my dream come true. The first finals ever, and we are getting back-to-back games that are going to remain memorable. Like, these are going to be top games of 2024 entirely. This is crazy. Culture Wing now on the way, so Wham is trying to play catch-up. Likely going to be seeing him go into what hand cannoneers here. Bit tricky without long-term access to gold, though. He also doesn't have the ability to trade. That's something Louis could start contemplating soon, right? He could actually set up a route from here all the way across to this trade post, or vice versa. Louis just 34 these Desert Raiders. The other thing is this whole strongman economy of Abbasid starts to matter less when you start to reach peak, right? Which he's at. He's close to 200 pops. He's not going beyond 120. Louis is now catching up on the economy. And what will matter in the end is this passive income. Now, admittedly, Abbasid eco is still better, but the units ain't looking at him. What is up, Wakar? Thank you very much for the sub, mate. Everyone should be subbing right now to get their moment in this video, to be stamped on one of the best matches I think you're going to see for 2024. Now, admittedly, people were worried about this being a macro map, but the way it's played out to be a macro map has been pretty incredible. 3 sacred sites locked in. Army is going to have to do something about that, so he moves in. Good timing as well. The cannon emplacements haven't been built yet. However, the Desert Raider reaction force is in, and this is the power of the center of the map. The pivot dynamics here. So many camels. Now, spears are meant to counter this, but good luck touching them. And it gets worse, folks. The moment these spears are dead, you just go melee mode. Because then you shred this quicker. In fact, he's already got a second wave coming in. Louis MT is going to annihilate this main army. We've got a pushback attempt on the west side. Zebex are still dealing with the Rams. Villagers are finally going to have to migrate the area, but the cannon emplacements still getting good value. A bit of a misclick there from Louis. However, an overwhelming force now marching on the south side. Keep in mind, The bridge was destroyed, so Louis would have to fix that or bring a transport ship up. But triple Zebek here gives him the perfect beachhead to land on. Talk about this in Outback Octagon. I don't know how to count this army if Louis adds spears for camera support. Yeah, I think Desert Raiders are kind of absurd. So, guys, what Crackley's referring to there is if you get a spearman near these guys, you get any infantry unit near these guys, they get +3 armor of each type. That gives them 6 ranged armor overall. That gives them up to a potential 13 melee armor on 175 HP, fast-moving unit. It's crazy how good they are. And as you can see, we also now have Biology in, which gives you 227. Things like the Incendiaries. I think too many things scale with Desert Raiders. I love the idea of hybridized troops, but the problem with Desert Raiders is when you have a hybridized troop, it should be a jack of all trades, a master of none. This feels like a master of multiple departments now. And it gets worse still, right? It's not happening anytime soon because it's only at 39 structures, but if he ever gets to 75, these things attack 20% faster, and the repair just came in. He's storming the beaches. Wham! He may just get burnt out, literally and figuratively in this one. House of Wisdom does have 17,000 HP. He does have the fire armor, yes, but it could be easily killable here. Wham's army needs to pull home. You see, he's now going to have to forfeit the west side, which is where all of his farms are. More villagers going down, and all of a sudden, a game where Louis is about to take the eco lead. Absolutely incredible. Tree line is still working. That could be sniped. For the time being, though, he goes after the town center. Now, even though there is that fire armor, remember, we're in Imperial Age, so you do 21 damage. This is only mitigating about 25% of your DPS. Army is going to react now. Wham does have hand cannoneers coming, but in small numbers, that's not going to do anything here. Love this as well. Louis brings up the Dervish. That is now giving an AoE heal to all of his troops. And still playing pocket economies as well. We don't really have many farms. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, Louis, he's so good at this. Guys, would you like to guess how many farms Louis has at almost 30 minutes into the game? Take a guess. He'd done this with the English on a toll. He's one of the best players at playing without farms. He does this so well. He leverages it into a stronger push. Desert Raiders now forcing the last stand here for Wham. Everything being reached, keep drops coming in, and this just has to be the conclusion point. I don't think Wham has got anything left in the chamber anymore. Even chemistry on the way, because a little bit of an oversight, and I think it might need to be fixed, but these warships benefit from the chemistry. If you don't believe me, watch it. Doink. Oh, wait. Did they fix it? Is it bonus damage? No, I'm pretty sure Chem Fix actually works on them still. Someone was saying this about Carracks, unless it's specific. It's meant to. I mean, even without it, though. Like, what is there left of Wham anymore? It's been picked apart. A few hand cannoneers coming in. Okay, yeah, it's the building damage. Thank you. Yeah, it gets scaled out. I think it's 66 and then it goes to 88, right? So that, like, I don't think that was a slight oversight, though. That wasn't intended. Demo ships are coming out to counter on the west side here. Question now is it too late for Wham? Because the big problem he now has is he needs to go hand cannoneers, and he has no gold. I think Wham's just processing the loss. Now, admittedly, Louis will take the lead. However, Wham does have a strike back opportunity. I think he still has a really solid drop, but he's going to have to show it because Louis now takes the lead in the best of 7 finals with game number 3. Zebex and Desert Raiders. Do not tell me that Ayubids are incapable of playing the late game. Man, crazy game. Let me know what you think of this in the comments below. Let me know what you think the nerfs should be, because I have a feeling that Desert Raiders might need some tweaking back the other way. I'll see you all in the next video.